Hello Capricorn. So I need to share what came through in this reading because honestly, the energy around this situation is intense right now. I just pulled cards about this karmic group and their involvement in what happened to you. And what I am seeing is that truth is finally catching up with them in ways they never expected. Like the universe has been keeping receipts this whole time. And now those receipts are being presented before we dive in. I want you to know this reading is going to reveal some things that might feel validating, but also might bring up emotions. The cards are not holding back about what these people did or how reality is shifting for them now. So take what resonates, leave what does not, and remember that this is about your healing journey moving forward. Let me start by pulling the first card to see what is really happening with this karmic group right now. The first card that came out is a Knight of Swords in Capricorn. This is telling me that the truth is literally charging toward this karmic group at full speed. There is no gentle revelation here, no slow awakening. This is truth coming in fast, sharp, undeniable. The Knight of Swords does not tiptoe around anything. This knight rushes in with facts, with clarity, with a kind of mental awakening that cuts through all the lies they have been telling themselves. What I am seeing here is that this karmic group, these people who were involved in hurting you, they are suddenly being confronted with the reality of their actions. Maybe they thought they could avoid accountability forever. Maybe they convinced themselves that what they did was justified, or that you somehow deserved it. But the Knight of Swords energy says that illusion is shattering right now. Something is forcing them to see the truth, and it is happening so quickly they cannot prepare for it or spin it into a narrative that makes them look better. This could be showing up in different ways for different people in this karmic group. For some, it might be that mutual friends are finally seeing through their version of events. For others, it could be that their own behavior patterns are catching up with them in new situations, making them realize what they actually did to you. The Knight of Swords often brings information, communication, revelations that cannot be ignored. So there might be actual conversations happening, messages being exposed, or people speaking up about what they witnessed. But here's what makes this even more significant. Capricorn, the Knight of Swords is not just about them seeing the truth. It is about them having to confront it mentally. This is a card of sharp intellect, of mental clarity that can actually be painful when you have been living in denial. These people are having thoughts they cannot escape from. Their own minds are becoming the battlefield where they have to face what they did to you. And unlike emotional processing, which they might be able to avoid or numb, mental realization is relentless. It just keeps presenting the facts over and over. I am also getting that this swift truth is connected to how they are being perceived now. The Knight of Swords rides in with a banner, visible to everyone. Their actions, their true character, it is becoming public knowledge in some way. Not necessarily on a huge scale, but within the circles that matter. People are seeing them differently now. The mask is falling off at rapid speed, and they are realizing they cannot control the narrative anymore. What makes this so karmic is that they likely spend so much time worrying about their image, about how they look to others, maybe even using that as justification for how they treated you, like they were protecting their reputation or their position. But now the Knight of Swords is bringing the real truth forward, and all that careful image management is collapsing. The universe has a way of making sure the truth comes out, especially when people have been hiding behind lies for you. Capricorn, this Knight of Swords is validation that you are not crazy. You are not overreacting, you are not the problem. The truth you knew all along is now becoming undeniable even to them. And while that does not undo the hurt they caused, it does shift the energy. You are no longer carrying the weight of their denial, or their attempts to rewrite history. The second card is Temperance. And this is fascinating because Temperance in this position is showing me what they lack, what they failed to bring to the situation with you. Capricorn, these people are realizing now that they acted without any balance, without any moderation, without any attempt at fairness or harmony. Temperance is a card of measured response, of taking time to find the middle path, of blending different perspectives to reach something healthy. And they did the opposite of that when it came to you. I am seeing that part of their karmic awakening right now is recognizing how extreme their behavior actually was. Maybe at the time they justified it. Maybe they told themselves they were just reacting or protecting themselves, or whatever story they created. But Temperance coming through here says they are starting to see how imbalanced, how disproportionate, how unfair their actions truly were. There was no attempt at understanding your side. There was no patience. There was no effort to heal or reconcile or find common ground. They went to extremes, and now that reality is settling in. What is really interesting about Temperance appearing in a reading about karmic consequences is that this card represents divine timing and natural law. The figure on the Temperance card is often depicted as an angel, working with the natural flow of the universe, mixing water between two cups with perfect precision. This is cosmic justice at work. These people are being shown through their own life experiences what it feels like when things are out of balance, when harmony is missing, when moderation is thrown out the window. I am getting that they might be experiencing situations now where they are being treated without consideration, where they are facing the kind of imbalance it created for you. Maybe someone is being unfair to them. Maybe they are in a situation where nobody is willing to see their perspective or give them grace. And suddenly they are understanding what it felt like to be on the receiving end of that energy. The universe is literally teaching them through experience what they failed to understand intellectually or emotionally. There is also something here about them realizing they could have chosen differently. Temperance always offers a choice, a path toward healing and balance. They had opportunities to handle things with maturity, with fairness, with some level of compassion. But they chose the extreme path instead. They chose to go all in on hurting you, on cutting you off, on whatever imbalanced action they took. And now they are seeing how unnecessary that was, how much damage it caused, how different things could have been if they had just paused and chosen the Temperance approach. For some in this karmic group, this realization might be coming through their own spiritual awakening or growth journey. Temperance is a very spiritual card, connected to higher understanding. So some of these people might be doing their own healing work, exploring therapy or spirituality or personal development. And through that process they are confronting what they did to you. They are learning about healthy boundaries, emotional regulation, fair treatment of others. And they are having to face the fact that they demonstrated none of those things in their dealings with you. I am also sensing that this Temperance energy is revealing to them how much healing you are doing. Because Temperance is about integration and wholeness, and you, Capricorn, you have been doing the work to find your balance again after what they put you through. You have been patient with your own healing process. You have been integrating the lessons without letting bitterness consume you. And somehow, on some level, they are aware of this. They are seeing that you chose the high road, you chose growth. You chose Temperance even when they did not. That contrast is part of their karmic lesson right now. The third card coming through is the King of Cups in Capricorn. This is showing me that emotional maturity is finally entering the picture for this karmic group. But it is coming with a heavy realization. The King of Cups represents emotional mastery, deep feelings managed with wisdom, compassion that comes from genuine understanding. And what I am seeing is that as some of these people are developing more emotional intelligence, they are having to face the full weight of what they did to you with much clearer vision. Here is the thing about the King of Cups in this context. This king has processed his emotions. He has done his inner work. He understands the depth and complexity of feelings. So when someone is moving into King of Cups energy, and they look back at how they behave toward you, they cannot make excuses anymore. They cannot blame it on being overwhelmed or not understanding or reacting emotionally. A person with King of Cups awareness knows better. They can see their own emotional patterns clearly. And that means they have to take full accountability for choosing to hurt you, despite knowing on some level what they were doing. I am getting that for at least one or two people in this karmic group, there is genuine remorse starting to develop. Not the superficial kind of sorry that comes from getting caught or facing consequences, but the deep, soul-level regret that comes from truly understanding the impact of your actions on another human being. The King of Cups feels things deeply. So as they develop this emotional depth, they are feeling the full weight of the pain they caused you. They are imagining what it must have been like from your perspective. They are finally accessing empathy that was completely absent before. This could be manifesting as them becoming quieter, more withdrawn, more reflective. The King of Cups is not loud or dramatic. This is internal processing, private reckoning with their own conscience. They might be losing sleep over memories of what they did. They might be having conversations in their head with you, finally hearing your side even though you are not there to say it. Their own emotional maturity is becoming the judge and jury of their past actions. But here's where it gets even more interesting, Capricorn. The King of Cups also represents someone who understands that you cannot just fix deep emotional harm with simple apologies or quick gestures. This king knows that real emotional wounds require time, space, genuine change. So if any of these karmic individuals are reaching King of Cups consciousness, they are also realizing that there might be nitrogen monoxide way to make this right with you. No way to undo the damage, no magic words that will heal what they broke. That helplessness, that understanding that some things cannot be fixed, that is part of their karma too. I am also seeing that the King of Cups is bringing up their OW and emotional wounds, and how they projected those onto you. Often people hurt others because they are hurting themselves, because they have unresolved trauma or pain that they have not processed. The King of Cups does not make excuses for that, but he does understand the pattern. So these people might be recognizing now how much of their treatment of you was actually about their own inner turmoil, their own insecurities, their own unhealed places. And while that might give them some personal insight, it also makes the guilt worse because they are seeing how they made you pay for their unresolved issues. There is also an element here of them seeing you in a new light. The King of Cups has respect for emotional depth and authenticity. As they grow in emotional intelligence, they are likely recognizing qualities in you that they could not see before or chose to dismiss. Your emotional strength, your capacity for feeling, your genuine nature. Things they might have taken for granted or even weaponized against you, they are now seeing as valuable, as rare, as something they lost access to through their own actions. For your journey, Capricorn, this King of Cups is confirming that you do not need their emotional awakening to validate your worth. You have your own emotional mastery to cultivate. But knowing that they are finally feeling the weight of this, finally developing the emotional capacity to understand what they did, that can be part of your closure. You are not wrong about what happened. Your feelings were valid. And now even they are starting to see that truth. The fourth card is the Two of Cups. And this is absolutely fascinating in this position because the Two of Cups represents partnership, genuine connection, mutual respect, harmony between two people. And what I am seeing, Capricorn, is that this karmic group is experiencing the absence of this in their lives now. They are facing consequences in their relationships, in their connections, in their ability to form authentic bonds with others. Here is what the Two of Cups is revealing. These people who hurt you, who were involved in this karmic situation, they are discovering that the energy they put out toward you has poisoned their ability to experience real Two of Cups connections. Because when you betray someone, when you participate in hurting someone without cause, when you choose cruelty over kindness, that energy does not just stay contained to that one situation. It seeps into everything. It affects your capacity for trust, for vulnerability, for authentic relating. I am seeing that some of these individuals are in relationships right now that look good on the surface but lack the depth and authenticity of the Two of Cups. Maybe they are with people who do not really know them, who they cannot be fully honest with because they are carrying guilt and secrets about how they treated you. Or maybe they are attracting people who treat them with the same lack of respect and care that they showed you. The universe has a way of mirroring our behavior back to us through the people we draw into our lives. There is also something coming through about them losing connections that mattered. The Two of Cups is not just romantic partnership. It is any relationship of mutual value and respect. I am getting that some people who were once close to members of this karmic group are pulling away, creating distance because the truth about their character is coming out. When people show you who they are through how they treat others, eventually that affects all their relationships. So friendships are fading. Trust is being broken. The kind of genuine, balanced, respectful connections represented by the Two of Cups are becoming rare in their lives. What makes this particularly karmic is that the Two of Cups is what they could have had with you. Whether this was a friendship, a work relationship, a family bond, or something romantic, there was potential for real connection, for mutual support, for something meaningful. But they chose to destroy that. They chose betrayal over respect, harm over harmony. And now they are living in a reality where that kind of authentic Two of Cups energy is missing from their lives entirely. They burned a bridge with you, and somehow that fire spread to other bridges too. I am also getting a specific message about loneliness. Not the kind of loneliness that comes from being physically alone, but the deeper loneliness of not having people who truly see you, who truly know you, who you can be authentic with. The Two of Cups represents being witnessed and accepted by another person. And these karmic individuals are experiencing what it is like to go through life without that. Possibly because they cannot let people close enough to really know them. Possibly because the people around them are equally superficial or untrustworthy. There is a realization happening for them that connections built on lies, gossip, shared cruelty, or mutual dysfunction are not the same as real Two of Cups bonds. Maybe they bonded with each other or with others over talking about you, over shared negativity, over drama. But those connections are empty. They do not provide real support or real love or real understanding. And now they are feeling the hollowness of that, the isolation that comes from surrounding yourself with people but still feeling fundamentally alone. For some in this group, the Two of Cups consequence might be showing up in their romantic lives specifically. If they are in relationships, there might be a lack of real intimacy, real emotional connection. If they are single, they might be struggling to find anyone who wants something real with them. Possibly because on some energetic level, they are still carrying the karma of how they treated you. The universe does not let you skip past the lessons. If you have not learned how to truly value and respect another person, you keep getting presented with that lesson until you get it right. What I want you to understand, Capricorn, is that the Two of Cups appearing here is showing you that what they lost, when they hurt you, was significant. You were offering them something real, something valuable, something they cannot easily replace. And their karma is living without that quality of connection, possibly for a very long time, until they genuinely learn the lesson and transform their behavior. The fifth card is Justice. And Capricorn, this is the ultimate karmic card showing up in the perfect position. Justice is literally the card of cause and effect, of cosmic balance, of universal law that says what you put out comes back to you. This is the universe making sure they understand that their actions toward you are not random. We're not without consequence. We're not something they could just walk away from without accountability. Justice appearing here is a card saying that this entire situation, everything they are experiencing now, all the truth coming to light, all the emotional weight they are carrying, all the relationship consequences, this is not coincidence. This is not bad luck. This is not them being persecuted or victimized. This is justice. This is a natural result of their choices. This is the universe restoring balance after they created imbalance through their treatment of you. What I am seeing with justice is that they are being forced to understand the principle of fairness in a way they never did before. Justice holds the scales, measuring actions against consequences with perfect precision. Not too much, not too little, exactly what is deserved. And these people are learning that lesson through lived experience right now. They are discovering that the universe keeps better accounts than they thought. That you cannot just harm people and move on. That there is always a reckoning. I am getting that some of them might even be saying things like, why is this happening to me? Or I do not deserve this, or this is unfair. And the irony, Capricorn, is that those are probably similar to thoughts you had when they were hurting you. They are experiencing their own version of feeling wronged, of facing consequences that feel harsh, of wondering where the fairness is. Justice is also about truth being revealed, about things coming into the light so that proper judgment can occur. This connects back to that very first card, the Knight of Swords, bringing swift truth. Justice says that truth matters, that it will be known, that it serves a purpose in the cosmic order of things. So all the lies they told, all the narratives they tried to create, all the ways they tried to make themselves look justified in hurting you, justice is dismantling all of that. The real truth is what matters, and justice makes sure the real truth prevails. There is also a legal or formal quality to justice that might be literal for some situations. This could involve actual legal matters, official consequences, formal judgments. But even if it is not literal courtroom stuff, there is a sense of their actions being officially recognized as wrong. Like the universe itself is delivering a verdict, and that verdict is guilty. They hurt you without just cause. They acted with malice or carelessness or cruelty. Justice sees all of that clearly. What makes justice so powerful in a karmic reading is that this card does not care about excuses, or explanations or justifications. Justice looks at actions and consequences. What did you do? And what was the impact? That is what matters. So all the reasons they might give for why they treated you the way they did, justice does not want to hear it. The scales do not measure intentions or backstory. The scales measure harm caused versus accountability taken. I am also getting that justice is teaching them about personal responsibility in a way they have been avoiding. You cannot blame other people for your choices. You cannot say you were just following the group or just reacting to circumstances, or just protecting yourself. Justice says you made choices, you took actions, you are responsible. That level of accountability is uncomfortable, especially for people who have spent a lot of energy avoiding it. But justice does not let them avoid it anymore for you, Capricorn. Justice appearing in this reading is deeply validating. You might have wondered if what happened to you mattered, if anyone saw it, if there would ever be any balancing of the scales. Justice is the universe answering yes, yes, it mattered. Yes, it was witnessed. Yes, the scales are being balanced. You do not have to chase karma or revenge or vindication. Justice handles it with perfect precision, in perfect timing, in the perfect way to ensure the lesson is learned. The final card is the Three of Pentacles. And this is such an interesting card to close with because it is about collaboration, skill, recognition, building something of quality with others. In this position, I am seeing this as what the karmic group has lost and what you are moving toward. The Three of Pentacles represents people working together with mutual respect, each person's contribution being valued, building something that requires everyone's unique skills. And what I am getting is that this karmic group, through their actions toward you, has disqualified themselves from being part of your success, your growth, your building process moving forward. They could have been part of your team, part of your journey, part of something meaningful you are creating, but they chose to tear down instead of build up, to hurt instead of support, to exclude instead of collaborate. What is coming through strongly is that you, Capricorn, you are moving into Three of Pentacles energy in your life. You are connecting with people who do value your skills, who do respect your contributions, who do want to build something meaningful with you. The universe is bringing you the kind of collaborative, respectful, mutually beneficial relationships that the Three of Pentacles represents. And this karmic group, they do not get to be part of that. They remove themselves from your success story through their own choices. I am seeing that part of their karmic consequence is watching you thrive without them. The Three of Pentacles often appears in career contexts, creative projects, building something of lasting value. You are going to be recognized for your work, your talent, your dedication. You are going to be part of teams or partnerships or collaborations where your value is seen and appreciated, and the people who hurt you, they will have to witness that from the outside, knowing they could have been part of it but chose differently. There is also a beautiful message here about your OWN mastery and skill development. The Three of Pentacles shows someone who has honed their craft, who brings real value, who has earned their place through dedication and quality work. Whatever these people tried to make you doubt about yourself, whatever ways they tried to diminish you or make you feel less than, the Three of Pentacles is the universe saying they were wrong. You have skills. You have value. You have something real to offer. And the right people, the people who operate with integrity and fairness, they see that. What makes this card powerful as a final message is that it is about building something solid, something that lasts, something of quality. It is not about quick fixes or superficial success. It is about doing the work, mastering your craft, collaborating with integrity. And that is the path you are on, Capricorn. While this karmic group is dealing with the consequences of their choices, you are building something real, something valuable, something that will stand the test of time. I am also getting that the Three of Pentacles is encouraging you to be selective about who you collaborate with moving forward. Not everyone deserves access to your energy, your ideas, your work, your life. Choose people who demonstrate the Three of Pentacles qualities: respect, skill, mutual support, integrity. Let this karmic experience teach you to value yourself enough to require those standards in your relationships, whether personal or professional. The Three of Pentacles is also about recognition from authority or from those whose opinion matters. So you might be getting acknowledged by people in positions of expertise or leadership or influence. Your work, your growth, your character, it is being seen by people who matter, by people who can actually open doors for you or support your path forward. The karmic group might have tried to damage your reputation or standing, but the Three of Pentacles says the truth is winning out. The people who count can see your real value.